All right, a little bit more info on this deck. So if you're building a deck for some guy in a field for like a deer lodge, just sort of personal use, you might have a waiver sign. Generally, we like to do 36-inch rails on the side, but if you're doing it per code, they've got to be 42 inches, which is pretty tall. And the other funky thing about code is the rails have got to be vertical. And in my area, you can go horizontal as far as the railing if it's cables. So you guys try to make sense of this for me. So you can go horizontal with cables, like kids can't climb cables, but not horizontal rigid bars. I just think the horizontal looks a lot better. I don't have any problem with the vertical. I understand what they're doing. So anyway, this is all per code, normal rise steps, and you'll see how we finish these out. So these aren't a ship step, so they're not steep at all. The last part of the steps that would normally hang off the container when you're not doing a steep rise on a shipping container are going to bolt on, and we'll ship those loose. And then this is going to be welded to the top of the container. I think it's that container there. So the handrails have to fold down for shipping because it's too tall. These decks are quite intricate if done well. You can sort of cut corners and make these decks a lot easier and a lot cheaper. So it's a little nuanced, but if you spend time and make them really nice, they take a lot of time, and they take some high quality workers to even complete the task. And then, not to mention the paint. You've got to go over the metal, clean it very well, and paint it multiple times. I shot a video on it yesterday. We just had the first coat of primer on there, so don't judge the paint too much. I was just showing the welds and the finish work. Everything's perfectly lined up. So I walk into $1 million house yesterday, and they have horizontal rails around the stairs. If a 2-year-old climbed up these stairs, these rails above these stairs and fell, they'd die. And I see a lot of houses like that, and they're horizontal railing, and the rails are only 36 inches high. So I think there's like 36-inch horizontal rails in a lot of houses around stairs with 2 or 3 flights of stairs. If a toddler climbs up there and goes over the edge, that's it. And then I see a lot of them with cables, which I said are per code. So if you guys have any info on this, let me know, but it's all kind of funky. So I get the vertical rails, I get the safety, I get the reasoning behind it, but I don't get how home builders are getting away with horizontal cables and rails everywhere inside the house around stairs, but yet decking, it's a no-go. The kids are inside a lot more than they're outside. So just things to think about. So we've got to make all this stuff be able to fold up and pack up and all that for legal load.